They remembered. Even after centuries, as Earth rose as a technological titan, its influence spreading across galaxies like a consuming fire. The humans remembered the debt, the promise, the friendship of a race long extinct. A race that once saved them from annihilation. The Alaris were peaceful, serene. Their eyes shimmered like silver moons. Their voices flowed like rivers beneath starlight. When humanity emerged into the cosmos, wounded, starving, scarred by war, the great empires looked away. Some mocked their weakness. But the Alaris did not hesitate. They sent aid. Food. Medicine. Knowledge. Not as masters. Not as prophets. Simply because, as the High Chancellor of the Alaris once said, compassion is what makes a species worthy of the stars. They had no armies. They never needed them. Their alliances were sealed by trust. For centuries, that was enough. Until the Vorak horde came. The Vorak were fallen kings. Raiders. Merciless. Warriors who believed only in supremacy. They attacked without warning, without mercy. Illyrian cities were vaporized. Survivors. Enslaved. When the Alaris pleaded for peace, the Vorak laughed. The Galactic Council was slow to respond. Too slow. But Earth had already heard. Humans had not forgotten. When news of the genocide reached the Terran Assembly, President Alana Voss stood before Congress. The chamber was silent. 300 years ago, her voice trembled with controlled fury. The Alaris gave us life. Today, they ask for nothing, because they can no longer ask. She lifted her gaze, stared into the cameras, spoke to the stars. But we will answer them nonetheless. The first response came in Vorak space. A fleet emerged from the void. Not elegant, not diplomatic, but terrifying. Black and white armor gleamed under the distant suns. Cannons like iron swords, immense as city blocks. No envoys, no warnings, only one transmission. You hurt those who saved us. Now, we repay our debt. 12 Vorak outposts ceased to exist. The galaxy held its breath. The Vorak laughed. Humans fight like savages, scoffed the Grand Lord Vorak. No strategy, no finesse. He was found dead 2 hours later. Not by a drone, not by a bomb, but by a blade driven into his throat, delivered by a Terran operative who infiltrated his fortress on a fortified moon. The message was clear. Nothing was safe. Humans did not negotiate once the line was crossed. Did not ask for mercy. They advanced. Tearing down fortresses, obliterating armies, liberating prisoners. The survivors expected brutality from the infamous soldiers of Earth, but received silence. A Terran medic knelt before a trembling Illyrian child and handed her a toy. The child stared, bewildered. Why? The answer was simple. Yours helped mine. Now, it's our turn. The Vorak panicked. They launched reckless counterattacks, sacrificing thousands of their own to strike at human colonies. Earth responded without hesitation. The Rylath army fell in less than 20 minutes. The survivors were rescued. The Vorak soldiers were not. When the Vorak begged the Galactic Council for aid, the universe stayed silent. They had seen the footage. The scorched ruins. The refugees sobbing over the bodies of their dead children. A year later, the last Vorak stronghold fell. Not by fire, but by the weight of silence. The Terran forces sent one final transmission. This is not vengeance. This is justice. In the ashes of the Illyrian capital, a monument was raised. A human soldier, walking away, offering a flower to a child. Behind him, an elder Illyrian resting a hand upon his sword. At the base, inscribed in every galactic language, a debt repaid. The galaxy never looked at humanity the same way again. They were not conquerors. They did not seize planets. Did not claim resources. When the war ended, Earth's fleets returned home. But everyone remembered. The fire in their eyes. The rage held beneath their breath. The promise in their silence. If humanity called someone a friend, they would grieve for them. But if someone dared to harm them, the galaxy would learn to fear them.